Is it just us three?
It looks like it so far. So Gio, since you're here, I want to go ahead and go over the first topic of the meeting. And thank you for coming, by the way.
Absolutely.
Hyper's Padawans. I'm probably gonna have to need you to take the last 3 Padawans of hers.
Okay.
And that will put you at max Padawan cap though.
Okay.
And I was talking to Central about it earlier, and I don't think that Hyper ever let them know that she was leaving.
Mm-hmm.
So if you could, I don't know, talk to them or explain to them, like, hey, I'm your mentor, Hyper. I don't know if you guys heard left, something like that.
Yeah.
If you want to do that, if you don't...
I need to have the names, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna give them to you. Do you have a thing you can write it down on, or... note
I mean, I could just screenshot it to him.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, if
I was about to say,
that'd be best. Sure.
My screenshot button is broke on my phone, so I can't screen.
It's 2 buttons. What do you mean?
I have to take a knife because I have a phone case, and I have to take a knife or something small to put into the little hole, so I can hold the volume down button so I can screenshot. It's weird. I need to get a new phone case.
Okay.
I got one of those life-proof cases. Thing worked for a fucking long time. But yeah, I'll go ahead and tell you their names while he's getting a screenshot. It is...
Oh, no way! Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, good.
Oh no,
Crazy
it's
shit?
amazing! Yeah, I peeked around a corner intending to throw a grenade at a gadget. Turns out I threw a grenade at a person, but they shot and killed me, but also my grenade not only destroyed their gadget, but killed them too.
Nice.
I just didn't see it until after in the kill cam when I see the grenade just roll right next to their feet and then them try to panic run, but they couldn't.
But, the Padawans are B-Rut, OP, Sui Juice, and Quad Dash.
Okay. Juice, I think I already had him in my Padawan chat on accident, but like
I think you did. We talked about that. You accidentally added him.
Excuse me.
So yeah.
Yeah, and one thing I'd like to point out, especially since you said that you like the idea, I'm totally fine with being at full capacity. But once we get a chance and kind of fine tune it, iron it out, hopefully like we can maybe do it towards the end of this. We should try to schedule a date, maybe sometime next month or even the month after that, to have a Padawan Mentor Expo.
Yeah, I was talking to Jade about that last night. How I wanted to talk with you and try and work with you on how we can do that.
Oh yeah.
So it's definitely a good idea. I do really like that. So once we actually do that, so it's gonna be really good.
Yeah, I know, because that'll give a lot of the Padawans.
And you're also contributing to the team and everything. So I really appreciate you.
I thought I sent it.
Oh.
Thank you, Central.
Thank you.
It means a lot. Especially, so...
You okay with me messaging them tomorrow since it's a little bit late and I don't want to put them off?
Yeah, that's fine.
The day.
If you want to do it tomorrow, as long as you do it within like a week.
Yeah, I'll do it most likely like by noon or a little afternoon. I just didn't want to do it now at night because they're like imagine having a new mentor and he's bugging you at 9 p.m. You're like, dude, I want to go sleep.
If no one else joins, there's no really any reason to do the quiz because you just did the quiz.
This is true.
And Central, you know the quiz, so
yeah. I think I used it.
Central, did you ever take the quiz? You took the quiz, right?
No. I never...
No, you didn't?
I saw it, but I didn't... You son of... Okay, you can go suck it.
Suck it.
If people watching this video, they'll understand why I say that.
Right.
Fucking cucksake, just literally... That's all I'm fighting. Fuck's sake. Alright. No, I saw the quiz, but I didn't actually take it.
Okay.
Um, so then, the next part we had to talk about was this next year thing, or?
Oh, the what thing?
Next year. I'm pretty sure. Because I recall the first thing before that was that someone, I think it was Jada, said she was going to do it, but I'm not sure if she did, was that she was going to message the next year to see if he was actually still interested in the clan or not.
Oh, true. True.
I'm not 100% with that.
I've never heard anything back from him. Message him again.
Alright. Have to purge the mentor team at some point.
I think it's this year's kind of looking towards we might purge inactive members, so that will probably also clear up some of the Padawans. That some of the chats that are just dead. And some of our Padawans don't even have For Honor anymore, which you have to have For Honor to be in this clan, so it's like...
It's not required. That's just a game we all have in common.
No, it is required. You have to have For Honor to join this clan. Crips, that's all.
I'm not gonna lie, that was under the same impression as Central.
Yeah, Jade.
I used to be too.
Common.
Yeah, Jade is the one that said that you didn't need the game. That's just something we have all in common. Her words.
Oh. Well,
that's why we have sub teams, because you know not everybody plays this game.
Look at Wolf out there being a master Caveira. He just got an interrogation.
I mean, he posted it in a chat. Jade was in. She never said anything against it. And she's in. She looks at every chat. She reads every chat. So
maybe it's a thing that both of them need to discuss and fine tune.
Maybe they did discuss it, and that's the new decision. I don't know.
What, the whole about who needs it or if honor?
Yeah. Because it was during the recruitment wave. It was during the recruitment wave before last one. And we had a lot of Padawans in there who didn't have For Honor. And
yeah,
Greg said,
Parker didn't have For Honor. Yeah, because he was wondering, he's like, man, you know, how come I didn't get voted in? I was like, I'm probably sure part of the reason was because you didn't have For Honor, man. Like, they saw you in the party, but they didn't see you active in the game.
Yeah, as far as I know, it's like we're not For Honor because we're not, you know.
Everything we do is in For Honor. Like all of our knighting ceremonies and everything like that is in For Honor. I'm pretty sure like a couple of those points were made in it as to why you have to have it. So the trainings are in For Honor. Like mixers are all mostly For Honor. So we're all For Honor.
I'm gonna
clan.
eventually go for trying to get some Rainbow Six Siege mixers.
Oh hell yeah! No, you can do whatever mixer you want, man.
No, because as far as I know is that you didn't need For Honor to be in the clan.
I know, that's what I thought too.
Because the way that
I guess I was wrong.
No, because the way that I was introduced is that this clan is not skill based. It's not even. It's For Honor based because we all have it in common, but you're not required to have it.
That's what I thought too.
I don't know. We should ask both of them just to clarify.
Yeah.
Because keep in mind, like, why would there be also like a GCA? You know, like that's.
I mean, that's just for part of the
Yeah, that's Jade's thing.
Yeah.
Jade made that.
Yeah, and that's all because some people want the competitive. Not this, you know, like you said, this isn't a competitive based
True.
tournament. That's only for some people.
Ass off on that.
Yeah, which is pretty cool.
It is, dude. It's a fucking lot of work. Like,
GCA,
I was a
like,
moderator
you know, like
for it one time.
They're not all like For Honor 100%, right? Like they have other different games there, like people that join the GCA from other clans. Right?
I'm pretty sure a lot of it's just For Honor clans. A lot of things that they talk about are For Honor based For Honor tournaments. So I'm not entirely sure on that. I can't speak on the GCA aspect.
Okay.
But yeah. So if we can't do, there's no point in having. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. If that's what it is, honestly, I'm gonna be honest. That's a little BS. Like I said, the way I was introduced is that this wasn't, you know, competitive based, and she also said it's like you didn't need this game to begin with. So it's like, you know.
Right.
Let's get back on topic with the meeting.
Fair enough.
So, Drew, you've already done the quiz.
Yes, sir.
Central, are you up for taking a quiz?
I mean, yeah, I'll take it, but like I said, you're gonna have to resend the link because I don't think I have the old link anymore.
Yeah, I can see you. I was really hoping a lot of more people would join so that this would actually be a meeting.
Who else is on the team? Who's on the mentor team? Now I can answer my own question if I just look at the chat real quick.
Death,
Doesn't wanna
Hemab, Jade.
reload.
Death, Hemab, Queen, Oaks
Oh wow.
are the other mentors. Jade and Grips are in here, but they're no.
Yeah.
And Jade's our compliance officer, so she messages. All needed though.
Should we reach out to them? How about we reach out to one person each? Like, I can reach out to Death. If
We've already messaged
Central...
Death.
Yeah, we messaged him and invited him personally. He hasn't joined yet.
Queen just said she's on her way.
Yeah, I was trying to read what she said. Do you guys want to message Oaks? Yeah.
Need a new captain before this meeting.
I mean, he was about to die of a heart attack.
Dude, I saw a meme on iFunny and I was inhaling my vape and I fucking died laughing.
No,
I was fucking dead.
He had like a solid 2 minutes at most, just like him just choking. It was just like a silence. I'm like, what's going on?
I missed it. Whoa!
I'm gonna read it. I sent it to the High Council chat.
What's happening, bro?
So it said,
started the run.
it says, this is fucked. Another person says, fucked like your face. And the guy says, my old school RuneScape videos get more views than your porn. Please don't pipe up. Then it says, flex tape can't fix that.
Whoa.
I fucking died. Hello, Queen.
Sorry.
You're welcome, Queen.
You're fine.
Where's your
Okay.
hall pass? You're late. No, I'm kidding. I'm on a roll. I'm on a roll. You missed it. We were just discussing about like who we should personally message, just in case, just to get everybody else in here. And I was like, yeah, I'll just message this guy. You know, Jackson 1. I think he'll join.
Oh, I just
I mean, you
messaged
can always
Oaks.
listen to me too, Gio. Like,
Yeah, I was
usually
about to,
remember.
but then you messaged in saying. You know.
Queen,
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
when was the last time you did the quiz? The mentor quiz?
With forgiving,
Okay.
it didn't go well.
It didn't go well?
No. Wait, I don't know if I barely passed or not. No,
Well,
I
I
don't
mean,
think
you
I did because it was like
wouldn't
out
be
of
a
9.
you wouldn't be a mentor if you didn't.
See, that was, you know, back then when there was no good training. I was new to the clan.
Okay.
Now I know everything like the back of my hand, but like back
Oh,
then.
so you wouldn't be opposed to
Yeah,
taking
the
a quiz?
Give her the quiz.
Yeah, you wouldn't be opposed to taking a test then.
Wait, everybody else
Since
took a
you
quiz
know-
now?
Yeah, now.
Oh,
Since you know everything.
sure. I mean, if I don't, I always know where to go.
If you don't, we're just gonna review. It's not like you're getting kicked off the game.
Yeah.
We can't afford that right now anyway.
So we're starting right now.
I'm about to send the quiz link to the mentoring team.
Okay.
You guys can click on that or copy and paste it, whichever works. Where the fuck is it? It's gone.
Ice cream.
It was in here, and now it's gone. Okay, well I know where I can. Copy. Okay. Alright. The test. Geo, you don't have to take it. Because you've already... You literally just took it, so I'm not going to make you retake it. You get a pass on this one. Go party, let's go party.
That's my favorite part of the song.
Fucking hell.
We're playing with
I'm a Barbie girl.
the team over right now. It's me, Wolf, and Arrow, and Snake. He's a friend of mine from Puerto Rico. He's, you know, Puerto Rican as well, but I swear, whenever he's in a good mood, he'll just pop in that song and just gets the whole party, like, you know, yeah, just sing it along, yeah, it's so great.
They party?
It's so great, yeah.
Go on, party.
Let's go party. Like, it's,
Yeah, no, I get it.
I'll introduce you to Snake, because he'll be playing Siege with us quite a bit. Maybe
well,
hopefully
I
if
don't
I can
have
get him
it
into
yet.
For Honor,
I'm waiting to get... I had to catch my checks, which probably won't be till Monday. Okay. So by Monday, I should be able to get it. It's like it's like $5 or $10.
Due to security reasons, the server is temporarily
right
blocked.
Now I think it's like on a huge discount. So.
Due to security reasons, the server is temporarily blocked by the survey administrator. Please try to access the survey after some time. Please contact the survey administrator at email.com for some details. It's your email, by the way, so apparently you're the administrator.
I'm not. No, it's not my email. That's Stephen Robbins on 81SR Gmail. That's not my email.
Alright, forgot.
That's forgiving.
Yes, I can.
This didn't happen last time.
Well, it's happening this time.
Oh my god! So the fucking I'm gonna have to make a new quiz.
You can't copy and paste it.
I would need access to this to do it.
So you don't have access to it?
Do that. No, it's forgiving. I never had access to it.
So you've been sharing us a link, then you never check yourself if you can actually access it.
I can't. I've tried before. I cannot access it.
Oh, time to message forgiving.
No, don't message forgiving. This. Why is it? Because I was just going to use that one for the review. I'm still working on it. Done yet. It's going to be like the actual test, so then I'm giving up. Okay.
Damn it.
Okay, well, since we can't do the quiz, we're going to go to covering, tracking, and use the pattern.
Well, has Queen tried it yet?
Queen, did you try it?
Yeah.
Did everyone try it? Did everyone try it on their phone?
My phone to load up.
I had it on my phone.
I just accessed this the other day to make sure it worked.
And today just gave you the middle finger. You know I'm not lying.
Why does this always happen to me?
Winding it style, like you wind it up, you know, like when you just like do a little
like, yeah, I know.
The jack in the box on the side, on the side of the hand, it's just like.
Yeah, I know. Dude, that was my favorite part in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie when you just kept doing that shit.
And then we're just act surprised. He's like, oh, what? Oh, this? Oh, Have a freaking dance off. Oh, let's go. I think they actually do a callback to that in Infinity War.
They
like,
do.
You're gonna do another dance off against Thanos? It's like, no, man.
Oh my god.
I love the Avengers movies.
Right?
I love Marvel. Marvel is so great. Spider-Man for life.
Right.
Hero.
I haven't seen the new ones, like the last two ones that came out. I haven't seen them.
Homecoming and Far From Home.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I want to watch them. I think they're on Disney Plus. I just haven't watched them.
I would definitely recommend it. 'Cause, they're good
I
movies.
probably will, like on my next day off. It depends, man. I watch a lot of anime.
So have I, but I've been watching nothing else.
Yeah,
I've
dude, I started,
literally
like,
gotten to the point where I pretty much watch
bored.
everything on
I
Netflix,
got
even
bored.
anime. That's how. That's
And I
how.
started. Oh shit.
Finally, they've seen a win, not just pure losses. Oh, wasn't so.
You said you've seen everything.
I mean, dude, it's gotten to the point where I'm watching anime on fucking Netflix.
Right. Oh, have you seen God of High School?
Yeah.
Dude, it's dope. But anyway, let's get on to the covering tracking who's a Padawan and who's not. Anyone have any ideas? And I asked you guys in my messages a while back in my voice messages to come up with ideas that you think could help a mentoring team. So the next two parts are pretty much covered. So has anyone thought of anything?
Can you rephrase that, please?
Ideas to help mentoring team, like things that maybe aren't working right, or maybe we could change to do something different that would work. Like with communication between the Padawans and the mentors to the captain, things like that. Just different things, ideas that could help.
So I guess one idea that I kind of had, is I feel like there should be a partial, mandatory, like at least bi-weekly checkup. Like, I mean, I know that's already part of there, but the Padawans, by what I can tell, like, don't make it, like a priority to like check in with us, even if we're trying to check in with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like make it like a thing where, maybe even put it on the schedule. Like, hey, like, you know, say, like I said, it could be once a month if you guys don't want to do it every 2 weeks. But it's like, you know, mandatory, like, you know, Padawan mentor, what's it called? I don't want to call it a mixer, because then that sounds like, you know, you're just going in to play with everybody, but more like, I guess a checkup. You know what I mean? Like, you know, in the schedule itself, it could say, mentor Padawan, you know, checkup party, or checkup mixer, I guess. You know what I mean? Just so, I don't know, I'm sure everybody's still alive, type of thing.
That could be an idea. The thing is also still have the same problem and they just wouldn't even join. I know, Gio, you had your idea with the mentor mixer, like all Padawan trial different. Yeah, like where the Padawans all play with different mentors and everyone support each other.
Alright, someone actually messaged in the hold up. Poo poo puss. Who does that? Poo poo puss. Why do I fucking know?
What are you talking about? Central?
I'm broadcasting and basically I got a message from someone named Poo poo puss on my broadcast.
Oh.
Oh.
Your mentor training is now famous. You got one person. I mean, am I wrong?
Our mentor meeting. Queen, do you have any ideas?
Ideas for mentoring team?
No, Jesus! God damn. Let's see.
Not really. Like, I definitely like the idea that Padawans have like the actual time and like the actual events to try to hang out with their mentors. Because like in general, they don't really feel as connected. And, like, I try to message in my Padawan chat and stuff, and like, these are people that were assigned to me. But then I still won't have people that are more active in the clan that want to be my Padawan, and then I have to be like, sorry, I'm full. When I have people that aren't really even, like, barely on ever, or they're just, I tell them, you know, I'm here, like, I'm on pretty much every day, even offline sometimes.
We
But
have a
they're just
lot
not
of
as active,
inactive
like, even
Padawans.
playing. Yeah. And then now I have, like, what, probably 12 Padawans, because Red wants
No,
to be...
you have 12? I thought we fixed that and got rid of your 2.
I don't know what happened to the other ones, but Red, I added him to my chat.
Red alert?
It's not updated yet. Yes, Red alert.
I don't recall him being in your...
Yeah, when did you do this?
Because I said a message in the chat that he wanted me to be his mentor.
Oh, that. Okay.
And he messaged
Queen,
me
you have...
Huh? Oh, let me check my chat. The ones that are actually going to be. One, two, three, four, five,
Yeah, you have...
7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I have 11.
Yeah.
My sister's
wait,
very,
no?
like, she doesn't really play. I have my sister.
On your
Ashura.
Padawan list, it has from 19 to 29 you have Padawans, so that's 10 Padawans.
Remember, she
who
said
was
she
there?
added Red Alert.
Did I put Red Alert in here?
Yeah,
Oh
he
yeah,
hasn't
that hasn't been updated.
Is there someone you're wanting to transfer, or...
For people that aren't that active, I know, like, Kat, she's on, but, like, I don't really... I mean, I guess I can try to actually invite them, but, like, I don't really... This Kat, she's on sometimes. I see sometimes, too. I have invited him. Spending, I rarely see him on. Skippy, not really either. Cosmic, I don't really know if he plays, but Jay just told me if he's a Padawan, he didn't want a mentor. But he's still in my chat, like I've got him.
I mean, he has to have a mentor, whether, like, regardless if he wants or not. He still has a mentor, even if he leaves your chat, he's still on your thing.
Oh yeah, no, he's left and I got him back into the Padawan chat. Like,
Yeah.
I talked to him. But I don't really play with him. I only, like, because he didn't really play much. He was playing a different game at that time. And then the Shura, Kai Kid, he's not really on that much. At least not when I am. Otherwise, yeah. My sister and my brother, they're easy to deal with at least. I can talk to them.
Well, if you can think of someone who you want to trade over, I can trade over with you, or I can take one of yours. That would put me at 9. It could be at 10.
The guy that's watching the podcast, he's asking what's the meeting about.
Who is it? This is a mentor meeting for DW.
It's someone named PP Plus. The only people I have subscribed that I know of like the DWs, but I don't know who PP Plus is. Or P Plus. I think you double.
Are you streaming
This is
on
a
your
meeting
YouTube?
for our clan. Are you streaming on YouTube?
You told me to stream, didn't you?
I told you to record.
Too late.
Stream.
It's one and the same, okay? It's the same thing. I can't do both. I can't do both the stream and it's only one or the other. I can't do both. Because if I record it, it's not gonna go. I'm not able to send it to you, basically.
1 second, real quick.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
That's why I was streaming.
Alright, well.
Yeah, this is a meeting for our clan of DW, Debonair Warriors. This is the mentor team aspect of it. This is our meeting. If you're interested in it, or want to learn more about DW, ask some questions. We're always down to have more people join our clan. We mainly play For Honor. Just a chill group that enjoys playing games together. We do tournaments and stuff. We have a global clan alliance to do tournaments different clans. Some of those clans will even be sponsored by Ubisoft at times, where tournaments will be. So if you're interested, join. Check it out. Always happy to answer questions or see who wants to join. You would, if you do want to join, you would go through a screening process. You would join our recruitment wave. You would play with us, and we get to know you. You get to know us, and you get voted in at the end of the week. So, we're not a toxic clan. We generally push away the toxic people.
I will say this: the people that are, I'm pretty sure this guy's someone from DW.
Is he?
I'm pretty sure because the only people I have on my channel that are subscribed to my channel are just people that are from DW. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm like 90%.
I mean, I'm not seeing them in the paddle.
They can answer in the chat, right?
Yeah, you can write in the chat. He wrote hey and then it says like what's the meeting about.
So Jax, if you want, I can give you a little bit of a, I guess, status report with what I have going on with my Padawan so far.
Okay.
Sweet. Okay. So as you know, like the 3 that are in, or that just got in, Flood, Arrow, and Best. They're brand new Padawans. Arrow, I would say that I see like the most activity from him, and just being that, like, you know, I played Siege with him before. He's, I think, like a bit younger than me, so, you know, like, way he kind of looks up to me, which is nice, in the sense of just, like, you know, being able to kind of be that big brother for him. Best, good guy. He's honestly, like, you know, really fun to play with whenever he's around. The only thing is that, you know, he's got a young child, so, you know, a family overall, so,
yeah,
you know, naturally he's going to give more priority to them. But he's on when he can be, which is cool. With Flood, I'm a bit worried about just because he is on the bit younger side. I think like 17 it was. And to be honest, like, definitely falls under the category of like males that are a little bit more mature than females. You know what I mean? Like, have you ever heard that term? Like a male and female could be at the same age, but like, you know, the woman's gonna be a little bit more mature than the guy. Well, oh my gosh. Like I said, good guy. He really is.
You should
but,
take him under your wing as that is right.
Yeah, no, which is exactly why I'm happy that he's one of my Padawans. The thing is, though, like, what I mean by maturity level is like, so, you know, some people where they think like the world revolves around them. That type of level of mature, where it's like, you know, oh, you guys are doing something and it's structured and it's at a specific time, but because I have something going on, well, then I'm not there. You know what I mean? And it's kind of just like, but I mean, we'll see, because it fluctuates from what I can tell. But I mean, it's natural for that age, so like I'm not gonna hold it against him. With that as well, we added a sensei, I believe it is, into like my chats as well. If I did sorry, I'm tripping over the word. Central, did we add him into like my list?
Who?
Trips? Is it Trips? Trips sensei?
Traps, yeah.
Traps? Alright, yeah. So, by what I can tell, like, you know, also what was put in the chat, he's not like into like any teams or anything like that, but as far as his activity, I've seen his activity a lot more ever since like being his mentor, so like that's pretty cool. I notices that, like, you know, like when I invite, like he'll join, or like he'll message me and be like, hey, like, you know, you guys partied up so like we can play, and I'm like, yeah. He did admit to me though, before before I became his mentor, that he didn't like how, so I won't drop names unless you guys like ask me to specifically, but he didn't like how certain people like would play with him, just because they gave him that, like, you know, that kind of like competitive approach where like they were taking it a bit too seriously, and he's like, man, I'm just trying to have fun and, you know, just have a good time with people, not be all about like, okay, hey, they're at A, and like, oh, I'm being ganked, like, you know, that kind of stuff. So I was happy that he felt comfortable telling me that. That was before I was even his mentor, so that gave me like a general kind of picture as to how he goes. With Stagos, I've had like a lot of fun playing with him. If anything, he's able to kind of teach me a couple things too. Last time that we played, I mean, besides the fact that I was kind of already having a bad day, you know, like he kind of, you know, gave me like a different perspective of like kind of taking your time. Their approach to it, but he also falls along the same category of notice with Trips is that I've seen him be more active ever since being his mentor. So like that's super cool. Just in general, like seeing more active, like playing more. He's definitely come to like some of my mixers, or like the 2 of my mixers. So that's been super cool.
Yeah, I saw
And
that. That was fun.
yeah, and I mean he's been a joy to be around for sure, and I can tell he gives off positive energy to fellow clan members too. So like that's super cool. Like, and obviously that's just something that we'll work on making sure it continues, and that light doesn't get faded out. As far for Jack of Diamonds, if I'm being honest, I haven't even really had a chance to talk to him like at all. Hasn't messaged he hasn't messaged back in the chats. I haven't sent him like a direct message just yet because I don't want to seem a little too imposing. You know what I mean? Where like I'm like being too pushy. Like I want to see if maybe he could message like respond back into like the chat itself. So that way, he gets more of like a family vibe. Like, hey, like, anybody in this chat can message. Like, we can talk to each other. But I was gonna give it like at least like a week more so following this meeting. If I didn't see that he didn't message anything like in the chat itself, then I was gonna reach out like to him, see if he wanted like to play, or so we could talk in general, because I haven't really had a chance to like. I mean, I've met him before, like in the sense of everybody being in the same party, but we haven't had a chance to like talk or get to know each other or anything like that just yet. And that's it for my balance. Yeah.
It's good, man. I'm actually happy you're you're paying attention to your Padawans.
No, for sure.
You're noticing each and giving each person attention. And individual attention at that too, and helping them with certain things. That's really good.
Thank you.
Proud of you.
Thank you, Jackson.
Alright. As per on the discussion, anyone able to come up with a way that we could cover tracking Padawans better?
So what exactly do you mean? Like just seeing like where the Padawans are going?
Like who has them, who's in, who doesn't have a mentor? Because I know that we have the current system. I wanted to. Is that working well? Is that?
I mean, the issue with that is that it needs communication. Someone needs to tell me, otherwise, nothing's gonna change.
That's what I thought.
I have a somewhat fun and creative way that we can go about it. It also kind of alleviate like everybody's role in it all. One thing that I was thinking about that we can do, once we get a chance to talk to all of them, like I'll be doing this with my guys too, is I'm gonna ask them like who's interested in like moving up, leveling up, like ranking up in general, and like who's not. Like that would be like step number one. Like I don't want to break it into like many steps to make it confusing, but that would be like the first step, and to see like, okay, so these guys do, those guys don't. All right, so like the ones that don't, that's fine. They can continue, hanging out and playing. The ones that do want to progress, then what I was thinking about doing is maybe doing like a whole separate chat, but that chat is specifically just to record like what they've each done, and then hold them accountable to that. So basically say Arrow, Best, and Jack of Diamonds, like they all want to level up. So I'll talk to them, like we'll be in a party just like this, and I'll be like, all right, hey guys, so I'm gonna create this separate chat. This chat is specifically meant for when you've done something that is giving you a credit, or that somebody told you, hey, you have received a credit for this. Then you record it here as like semi-official. So in a sense, say say Arrow hosted it, or I'm sorry, not hosted, he did the schedule for 2 weeks, right? I'll be like, well, hey Arrow, check this out, I noticed that you did the schedule for 2 weeks. Can you go ahead and put in the chat that like you did that, right? And like that's like keeping like accountability of like himself, but also like I'll be paying attention to that too. Same thing with Best.
And you'll be able to tell who has what marks.
Yeah,
what
exactly.
they
But
need to
that
work
chat will
towards.
be
Yeah.
specifically for that, and only once like it's officially accredited, not just like them messaging. They're like, oh hey, I think I did a mixer, and I think I hosted a training. No, 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 no. Like when they know for a fact they've done A, B, or C, like whichever those things are, then they can put it in that specific chat. Because what we could do again as mentors, say we're in a meeting like this, and be like, all right guys, so we wanna see where everybody is tracking wise. Can you guys bring up that chat real quick? And I'll be like, yeah, perfect. Queen brings up hers, Central can do his, you can do yours, I'll do mine. And I'll be like, all right, yeah, so I see Flood, Flood did the schedule for 2 weeks. Arrow has been talking to Donas to try to, get into the hosting, different things like that.
And that also
Uh,
ties in letting Central know what needs to be updated on the promotion
exactly,
tab.
because we can easily screenshot that chat and be like, all right, hey Central, so these are things that need to be updated. They're already semi-organized, so that way it's a little bit easier for him and the clerks team in general.
Okay, alright. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, it can be a good way to organize the actives and non-actives, but also, like, I don't know, having it in the chat with all the other ones that are not as active, maybe that can, having them post it in the chat with all of them, maybe could inspire the other Padawans to try to do more for the clan.
Yeah, that's a good point.
We can use the mentor chat that we already have for them, to have it recorded. I just feel like that'd be a lot of scrolling, depending on like how
I mean,
much.
different
she
how
was
active
saying-
your chat is.
Yeah, she was saying like you posting it in your main like Padawan chat. That way, it will get other Padawans maybe inspired to do
Okay,
it as well.
that's actually a good point. Yeah, once we know, like, so for an example, either following this meeting or tomorrow, I'm gonna post in my chat like, hey, it was a great. Sadly, the other two guys like couldn't make it, but Arrow was definitely there, so like he can like reflect on and be like, yeah, like it was a lot of fun, I was glad to be there, that kind of stuff.
Hey, also say you can always go to another knighting ceremony.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
And also, you go to one if you rank up.
Yeah, I'll let them know, like, even if you miss this ceremony, there's still plenty more, that'll.
It's like
that'll
if
be
they don't make
happening,
it to the ceremony, the ceremony is essentially like their official introduction into DW. So
Yeah.
if they miss one, they come to the next one and they get it officially. And anything that they have been recognized for will be recognized there as well. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say we should start talking about that and how we can do that. Would also make tracking who's active, who's not as well, because you can just look through your Padawan chat and see, okay, well this person is interested, this person's interested, this guy isn't. Maybe you can talk to him, see if he does want to be interested, or if he doesn't, that's cool. Also, kind of like help us single out people that maybe we can talk to and get them interested. Alright. Central,
Yeah.
what do you think of all this? You're gonna be the one updating and changing the promotion tabs. So,
My issue is just making another chat entirely. But like, certain
no,
people.
No, we're gonna do it in the main Padawan chats, like the chats that we already have.
Okay.
And that way we can tell you with better accuracy, because we can have it in a chat. Like, hey guys, pull up your Padawan chats. You can scroll up and see so and so have earned. He has hosted 2 mixers. He's done his training. He wants to be part of the mentoring team. Let's set him up for the mentoring training. Get him trained in that. That's his merits, to get into that team. So what do you think of that? It'd also help with our communication and actually getting our mentors and Padawans to talk to each other, which I think would be a good idea.
I think that would be a good segue into it.
Because we do, like you said, step one. We got to take it step by step in order to get this built up.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest steps that, like, Queen emphasized on this too is tracking the actives versus the non-actives. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, eventually, like, once we break that down, then we can see who wants to stay as just playing in comparison to who wants to, like, level up or, like, rank up and contribute. But
And then we can
like,
see the ones who just aren't interested in the clan.
yeah, I know that too. For sure.
Like they joined a while back, because we don't see a lot of people. Like we got a lot of people in our main chat, but we don't see a lot like messaging in that chat, or late night for that matter. They're in there, but like what, maybe 25% message.
Yeah, that's about accurate. Really accurate.
So I think that would be a good idea to get started. Alright, well, that would be everyone's homework. To get your chats started on that. Start talking, start really talking to your Padawans. And sorting out who wants to be active and who wants to...
Not to sound like the guy at the back of the class that raises his hand for extra credit and then pushes his classes into his nose. But can I get a little extra homework? Yeah, no, I was gonna say, can I get a little extra homework? Because to be honest, and it's just based off of like the update that I gave you. The chat's pretty active, and so far I can already tell like who wants to
It is true. You do have an unusually active chat.
I'm happy about that. This is good. I mean,
That's good. No, it's good. It's good.
No, because the way that I see it is, we always want to train people that are eventually gonna like take our own seat. You know what I mean? Like, say for an example, I'll just use Central as an example. Say like one day he wants to train me like to be better clerks and be able to work in the same kind of like line that he's doing. I want to do the same thing with my Padawan. Say Arrow eventually wants to have mentors. I'm sorry, he wants to be a mentor and have his own Padawans and have like the same type of like active chat and people contributing and being happy to be here. And like like of course like I want to gear him in that direction. So that way, not only does he feel confident and ready when he goes into that role, but he can like fulfill that role, successfully, for the betterment of the clan in general.
And that's what we're here to do. That's the purpose of Mentor. Is to guide them.
Yeah. First, we must identify.
So yeah, extra credit.
Can't really think of anything at the moment, Gio, but I'll let you know.
For extra homework, since you want.
Okay. I'm good.
And actually, you kind of do have to do this because you will be adding 3 new people to your chat, so you will have to work with them as well. So you kind of already have the extra homework.
Now I think of it. Or do you just not consider that homework?
Not consider what homework?
No, I said you still have the 3 people you need to add to your chat, and then.
Oh no, you're right. I'll consider that homework for sure. No, that slipped my mind. Sorry about that, because I forgot with
you're right. So
Hyper leaving us, yeah. Yeah, I got the list. So thankfully, Central sent it to me.
Okay.
Yep. And I'll just reiterate it just to
tomorrow.
make sure.
You know much about them?
Hmm?
Do you know much about them?
I don't know anything about them. I look forward to meeting them and talking to them. Let me see. Let me see picture this. Give me that little swirl of loadation. I swear, I think it takes up more energy for like it to swirl than to load. Okay, so quad dash, B right, and surges.
In reality,
yeah, no,
this is what we're should be doing. is what we're supposed to be doing. But we need to try and coax them into doing it. So hopefully this helps reignite the idle chats. Just make sure you get activity. Make sure invite your Padawans. If you're hosting a mixer or you're about to play a game or something, invite your Padawans first. Give them a chance. Like,
I want to praise Central
first.
for like doing the expo from before of like you know, the different roles that there are in the clan, and I think, and you know, I'm not sure if this is exactly like, you know, mentor thing to discuss, but you know, why not? I think we should do that like once a month, just because like it inspired me to want to be part of, you know, different teams and everything, and like it kind of motivated me in that general direction. So, because like we do go through it over an orientation that with Best and Arrow while Grips was spectating, but you know, it's not enough just to hear just like one time, like, oh yeah, there's an enforcement group or a mentor or this and that. Like,
yeah.
You know, most people, like, sometimes they just hear comp team and then that's the only spot that their brain goes to. So maybe if we can schedule it to be a monthly thing, like, it'll get more people involved. Be like, hey, we have a major event, maybe advertise it like, you know, 2 weeks in advance. We're having like, you know, an expo, it's going to be at this time, and you know, that way people can be like talking about it and getting excited about it. Oh yeah, you know, the expo is in a week, you know, it's going to be awesome, like, you know, it's going to showcase like a bunch of different things, and that way we have more of a chance for like it to reach as many people as possible. Because like, say if we only put it on the schedule and it's going to be that week, you know, amongst the clan, yeah, they can see it, but they might bypass it and they don't actually have a chance to, like, you know, hear about it. If we say, you know, schedule it for a certain date, have that, you know, be concrete, then it allows the clan and like as a whole to be like, hey, yeah, so, you know, they're talking about it, they're getting interested about it, like, you know, they're getting excited for it, they're looking forward to it. Maybe they already even have a plan going into it, like, oh yeah, there's going to be an expo, there's going to be all these different, you know, teams that I can try out. I think I'll specifically look at the, you know, enforcement team, or like, you know, they're already gearing themselves to go to a particular direction. Because if I may, and this will, you know, be like the closing part to what I was saying, even Flood, he messaged me, he's like, hey man, like, I think you know, I really want to be a part of the enforcement team, and, you know, like, I'm looking forward to, like, you know, maybe like the comp, you know, be ready to, like, do, sure that I would get back to him if enforcement team has, if enforcement team has, like, an age limit. Because I was gonna tell him
that invite I sent you guys. Sorry, Gio.
No, you're fine. I'm not entirely sure if enforcement team has like an age limit, but what I did tell him, I was like, you know, stand by for me to give you a little bit more information on that, just for the simple fact that, like, you know, I told him, I was like, put yourself in everybody else's shoes. If there's a person that is like, let's say, 24 and above, you know, and they're getting enforced by, you know, someone that's like 17, like, maybe, you know, they wouldn't be like too comfortable with that. So like, let me get back to you on that information.
Yeah,
No.
for sure. With the extra thing every month, I think every month would be kind of like short, maybe.
For like what we did last time, the expo on the different teams.
Yeah, if we do I think we should do like all teams, and I think every month might be like too short of a window, especially with other things we might have going on.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, some people might not be able to do it. Maybe every 2 months or 3 or so. I do think we should do more expos, though. I think it would be good.
Yeah, I thought it was.
And also trying to. Alright, so real quick before we close, I do want to discuss everyone's different ideas on how we can do this. And Gio, it's your idea that I talked with you about before, with the mentors being in different parties and things, and Padawan switching between back and forth. I want you to explain it, and I want everyone to give their opinions on how we could do it, or what you think of it before we close.
Okay.
Everyone okay with that?
Yeah.
Sure thing.
Okay. Gio,
So,
you have the floor.
Thank you.
Or wait, what?
Fuck's sake, I'm trying to like multitask. I have my nephew just yelling in the background asking me something.
Oh.
So what were we talking about?
Gio had an idea for something, and I'm gonna let him speak it. And I want you guys to listen to what he's saying, think about it, and think about how we could do it, what we could do to improve upon it, and everyone's opinion on it.
Okay. So, the idea was to have a mentor Padawan expo, and obviously, you know, with everything, just, you know, step by step would be the best way. Just coordinate it with all the mentors, like when they would all be available collectively. Maybe, like, try to make somewhat of like a whole day out of it. It could be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, either day. Or maybe even span it across like the course of like 2 days, so that way it gives people, you know, the chance to have that availability. But what we would do essentially is once we've announced that that expo is going, each mentor has an open chat that they would themselves like invite to like the our chat. So like say that either late night, or I'd say to keep it more uniform and keep it like, you know, structured. We all just do it in the normal Debonair Warriors chat, but each mentor starts up with their own party chat, and then that gives every single Padawan the chance to jump to each person's party that, you know, where they can jump into, and they can, you know, either ask them questions or decide to like play a particular game with them. You know, it doesn't have to be For Honor, but it can be For Honor. That way it gives the Padawans like a chance to know, like, hey, like, you know, you have a lineup of mentors, and you truly can just like go into any of the parties that you want, so that way you can see if you can connect with them. Because, you know, some people don't like the idea of just being completely assigned like a mentor, right? They're gonna be like, wait, who's this? I don't even know them. You know, like, it just feels a bit awkward. So giving them a chance, you know, knowing them that we're basically letting them know, hey, we're here for you guys, but we want you to feel comfortable that you can even connect with, you know, either of us. It gives them the full-on chance to, you know, be able to get to know us, you know, in a way, vibe with the different people. And towards the end of it, then we can give each other feedback, mentor team-wise, as to like, you know, who we felt would feel more comfortable, like, with us in general. Excuse me one moment. The mic was cutting out there. Yeah. So, ideally it just being, given a chance, like, for them to know, like, the whole purpose of what, like, mentoring is. Like, it's not just, you know, for us to, like, keep an eye on, like, certain individuals or, you know, like, a specific group, but, you know, let them know that, hey, like, we're here for each other, and by us, giving them that freedom to kind of see if they could choose their own groups, then, you know, like that idea about the draft, and instead of it being a draft, it's more of like we get feedback from them saying, all right, like, you know, if you wanted to switch mentors, like, who would it be? And it gives them a chance to kind of, you know, refresh and rotate around, you know, to whatever teammates they want to go. Because an example that I'll use, and I'm not going to dig too deep into it because I feel like it was a bit personal, but not for me, but for the individual. Like, Hyper was mentioning about how, you know, she felt like she didn't connect well with her mentor. I won't say his name, just, you know, to keep it, like, neutral. But, you know, if that's one person having that feeling, then how many other people might have that feeling but might not, you know, have the courage that she had to, like, speak up about it? You know what I mean? So giving them the opportunity to, like, see how it feels being under other mentors while either just hanging out with them in a party or, you know, playing certain games, then, you know, they can feel a little bit more confident, be like, hey, like, you know, if it's cool, I'd like to switch mentors. You know, they'd let us know who they'd want to switch with, and then if we can make it possible, then we switch it accordingly. That just kind of gives it a chance to, like, you know, because that also gives people a chance to have already been with a specific mentor for a while, to maybe get something like a little bit different. You know, say somebody's been under one person for a while and they're like, you know, I don't feel like there's that much activity in the chat, or I feel like maybe I'm not included as much, or whatever feelings that they might be feeling. It gives it a chance, and I guess this is my main point, is to give everybody a clean slate. You know what I mean? Like, it gives them a chance to, okay, like, they switched Padawans, or I'm sorry, they switched, like, you know, to a different mentor, and maybe now they feel a little bit more included. And ultimately, if they feel a little bit more included, it'll make them feel like maybe they want to be a little bit more active. I know I'm stumbling over my words a lot, but you know, apologies there.
I really like that point though, that they can be able to refresh, you know, start fresh with somebody else. And like honestly, it can also go the other way, that the mentor may not feel that their Padawan is really like that, you know, good of it either, or they can do much better with somebody with a different mentor.
For sure, for sure.
Having
That's
that
true.
opportunity for them to be able to meet other mentors. Because like sometimes when new people join the clan, they're like, you know, we're telling them, okay, choose a mentor in the first 2 weeks, and they're like, we have no idea who is the mentor. How do we even meet these other people that we can choose from?
Right. Right. That's very true. And that's the thing, is that, you know, through the mixers and, you know, different like small events that we have, most of the time that's when people truly like get to meet each other. That's when they get like, you know, a chance to meet a new person and play with them. And you know, different people are gonna vibe with different people, but one thing that's, you know, obviously noticeable in that scenario is that when people do vibe with another person, they tend to play more, right? Like, you know, arguably we could say that, you know, we've known people like in the clan that you tend to see maybe those 2 or 3 people together more because they have a good time playing together. They know they have fun together, and like they already vibe. So that kind of goes back into like the point of the general thing, is that allowing them to see who they connect with better, and or, you know, refreshing in the sense of moving from one mentor to another, already having a previous mentor, it gives them a different angle on it all. You know, it gives them like a different approach. And I mean, arguably, I wouldn't mind, you know, just like you were saying, Jackson, doing that kind of thing maybe every 3 months, you know, because you know, feelings change. You know, if a person might be feeling fine with a person, but after, you know, maybe getting to know them and playing with them a little bit, maybe you just didn't like how they operated all together, then it gives them a chance to still be included and involved in the clan, but just, you know, switching a mentor and continuing with the goal in mind.
So, what is everyone's thoughts on that? Alright, so I know we heard you. Central, what are your thoughts?
Yeah. That'd be good. That'd be a good thing to do, I guess.
Thank you for the plan. And I like that we feel to have that transparency where anybody can choose their mentor, different mentor. Like, we'll just be fun.
We're here to guide you. Alright. Well, on that note, we will close the meeting. Thank you everyone for coming.
Sweet. When's the next one?
Don't know. We'll be doing one. I will be giving everyone the quiz once I finish making the new one, since apparently the one I was going to use isn't working again. I do apologize about that. It was working yesterday.
Okay.
I checked it on my phone. I sent it to myself, and I clicked on it and it worked. So
Just be some type of connection error or something.
Maybe just timed out.
it is an old one, so maybe it just fucking was done. I don't know. But I will be giving everyone a quiz. Possibly next week or the week after. So, just so you know, study up.
Yeah, absolutely. This is good. I'm really glad that we did this.
I will see everyone later. Central, can you stop the recordings?
Alright.
Alright, yo. We'll talk to you later on.
Have a good night, Gio.
Have Jackson, Night Queen, Night Central. Mentor Squad out!
Peace. Alright, just let me know. Oh, Oaks just
Fuck's sake. Alright.